They've had third down and at least 10 to go. Third and 12 on this occasion. Rivers zips it wide open. Vincent Jackson. And Jackson has San Diego all the way down to the 26. Its deepest penetration after 32 yards.
It looks like they're playing a safe defense. I just can't understand why there's such a big gap on that side of the field. And a good job by Philip Rivers seeing it. The defense commits too much to the middle, and it allows Vincent Jackson on the outside to be wide open.
So Jackson's big play sets up San Diego at the Titans 26. And it's Tomlinson. And LT picks up. Well, we'll give him no gain. That's 7 carries for 6 yards.
Yeah, but you don't go away from it. You see the pace of the game, how it's going to be played on both sides. You have to be patient and know that there are going to be a lot of ugly plays, Jim. That's for sure. When you get two good defenses together, it's going to be hard to execute. Keep giving it to LaDainian Tomlinson. He was close to breaking one a few minutes ago. He'll find a spot in a crease, and that's when he'll make the big play.
A 2nd down and 10. And Rivers is going to roll out. That's Gates. And he actually will lose a yard with the completion. But, you know, LT talked about how when they went into that game against Nashville, you see Gates now slow to get up.
I know this, Jim, he was down. Boy, you got to be so careful. He's not down, so the defense comes.
Foot might have got caught.
It could be. Tony Brown just went right over the top of him.
Tried to make it to the sideline, and he comes up about 8-10 yards short, where he's now receiving some attention from the training crew.
Tony Brown and David Thornton hitting.
And I think that left foot got caught with those 2 collisions.
You can tell by the reaction. It's not good.
It's Keith Bullock who came over and just tapped him on the head. They already called for the cart.
Oh yes, so his foot was in the ground, and the impact.
And every time we see the Chargers, and you know, you can rate players better than anyone out here, but you've often thought that maybe he dominates his position about as much as any single player dominates a position in the league.
Don't ask me. Let's just ask the players. What do they tell us? What did the Tennessee Titans tell us last night? You can talk about all the tight ends in the NFL. When you play Antonio Gates, they said, this guy's different because he runs with such smoothness. He's so big. He can beat you with his size, but he just goes down the field full speed, and all of a sudden he's breaking to the sideline wide open. Philip Rivers hits him. But I think what happens, Jim, he's on the ground. It looks like, of course, it's his foot. Watch his left foot.
Brown coming in on him.
As he gets hit, drives it back. See, his toe is planted in the ground. It didn't even look like it moved. Kind of reminds me, unfortunately, like when Dwight Freeney had his injury.
Well, they're helping him up now. And Sean Merriman coming over from the sideline. Gates has been so durable in his 5-year career. Had another 900-yard season, 4th straight year. Only the 3rd tight end to ever do that. He's had 41 receiving touchdowns. You've always said he's like having another wide receiver. You don't even think of him as a tight end.
So much of this offense. So LaDainian Tomlinson first, and without question, second is Antonio Gates. And it's not you miss his plays, but now the defense will play you different because he's not in there.
Another 3rd and +10, 3rd and 11. Rivers going down the field for Chambers, and it's knocked away by Michael Griffin, the first-round pick out of Texas.
Oh, he stops the touchdown. Phillip Rivers is under so much pressure. The pocket's just collapsing, and he's got to throw it before he's ready. Very good move on the outside by Chris Chambers. What an adjustment to the football. It's going to be a touchdown, but Griffin knocks it down, and Rivers, you just got to throw it up there before you're ready. Last second. What a job by Griffin.
Nate Kading is out. Now, he's not 100%. He's got a bruised left leg from a game a couple of weeks ago. This is from 45 yards. Cypher's on the hold. Ooh, and that's an ugly kick. So San Diego still shut out.
Talk about big plays. How about the interception today by Cortland Finnegan? The ball it's a knuckleball, Jim, and it goes to the right. I don't know a lot about kicking. It looked like he got his plant foot. It was so close to the football. Hard to get through it.
Kading's had a rough playoff career, if you will. Go back to that game against the Jets, the 40-yarder wide right. This was 54 yards at the end of the Patriot game last year, which is asking a lot. Came up short and right, and this one wide right. So Tennessee takes over from the point of the field goal try, the 35, and they gain 4 with White.
You got to go. Just think of the emotion, the crowd. Think about the San Diego Chargers. You've missed some opportunities. You just miss a field goal. Your whole football team sees arguably one of your best players go off the field. Now the Tennessee Titans got pretty good field position. You got to go. Points are extremely hard to come by. You can't let down.
On 2nd down, and a stumble, White for a yard. 2.5 to go. Now they tell us from the Chargers sideline that it's a toe injury. Questionable to return.
I never had it, but I think that's what they call, the term is always turf toe, and it's really a sprain of the big joint of the big toe. That's what I'm just guessing.
Which makes it impossible to push off of it. 2-minute warning here in San Diego.
He caught it! Touchdown! What a catch! One-handed catch! What a completion for a touchdown! Touchdown! What a catch on the play! Diving reception! A beautiful catch, and it's a touchdown!
He finds a man in the end zone. Touchdown!
Oh, what a catch! One-handed! And a great grab that time. And it is caught! Wow, what a catch! An incredible grab! Oh, the circus came to Minnesota! Oh, what a grab!
Come in. Looks like the med school scouts are out early today.
There are over 380,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of them will be going pro in something other than sports. Download the guide for college-bound students at ncaastudent.org.
There was a moment there where I thought, that was a pretty doggone good throw. I can probably play.
My sophomore year against Thomasville, I only got 3 balls. And those 3 went for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. I knew right then that I was on my way.
And the stadium was rocking, it was packed. Got a total of 400-some yards. That's when I knew.
When people stopped calling me Archie's boy, started calling me Peyton, that was a big moment for me.
Sprint halftime report. Okay. This guy's found something to be excited about here. Got JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cowher going through the first half here and reviewing the Giants win over the Bucks. Coming up on the Sprint halftime report. Third down pass. And the Titans get it with Byron Ely, who had only one catch on the season. That one goes for 10 and a first down near the 50. The last time they met in early December, the halftime score was 3-0 Titans. On first down, back they go to the ground. Chris Brown with a flag. Look at Brown bouncing off the hip. Cromartie had him. Brown stayed on his feet, but there's a flag back at the 50.
Holding, offense number 84. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Ben Troop, flag for that one.
Wow. Contact. We see that so many times in the league. Players running in their own guys, causing some rough contact. You talk about the halftime show. You know, all the guys in the studio. Bill Cowher's going to say it was a beautiful first half, and all the other three offensive players, they go,
they hated it.
Poor execution, not sharp. I don't know if it's the game is just so physical. You can tell, hard to dominate in days like this.
Young looked at going back the other way. Instead, he is tackled by Phillips. Picks up 3 yards. And you, of course, as an old offensive player, you actually go the other way than those offensive guys in the studio. You like this one.
When you see it like this, Jim, it's just game strategy, the plays you call, everything is just so important. Every decision you make is magnified, because if you make the wrong one, hard to overcome it.
2nd and 17, and Young flings it. Sideline route, catch is made by Eric Moles. Good for 10. And again, we've got that Sprint halftime report with JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cowher coming up on the Sprint halftime report.
I think the Titans have done a pretty good job throwing the ball when they need to. You can throw it to the sidelines because you're going to get single coverage to the outside. Something they did not do the first time they played, but it was available.
3rd and 7. They seal off Merriman. They get the pass over to Ely for another first down. And again, guys that did not handle the football much during the regular season, like Ahmad Hall, and now Byron Ely coming up with some plays. Ely with his 2nd catch on this series. Again, he had 1 on the season.
Right, little nice move to the outside. Antonio Cromartie made him think, hey, I'm going deep with a double move. You stop and you come back. And they even said to us, Antonio Cromartie will play it a little safe. He'll let you throw some footballs in front of him, and that time they took advantage of it. But Ely, Jim, they talked about the receivers, the changes, Davis, Ely, they're fast, and they thought if they were faced with coverage man-to-man that they would have a chance to have success, and they've done a good job here in the first half.
Of course, Rob Baronis with that monster leg. He's had a 60-yarder in his career, and they're already definitely within the range where at least they could give it a go with Baronis. So they escape a 2nd and 17, and now on first down, working for the sidelines, that's Moles. A heady play going out to stop the clock at 32. Got 6 yards closer. Of course, the one that we mentioned, the 60-yarder by Baronis, was against Indianapolis a year ago, a season ago, to win the game. 4th longest kick in history in the league. Young is 4 of 4 on this drive. And a quick hit, but the catch is made. Then Troop holds on to it. Clinton Hart with the contact goes for 5.
And they're doing the right thing. Of course, Tennessee just try to be safe and make sure you get the field goal attempt.
And the spike by Young.
2nd and 10.
You know, 7 of the 16 games this year, for the Titans. They closed out the first half with Baronis delivering a field goal. In fact, 4 of those 7 field goals came after the clock struck 0. So they're setting up a similar situation here in this playoff game. They still have a timeout with 15 seconds. They work it with Lindell White and a gain of 3. And they'll call that last timeout with 2 seconds.
You know, Jim, you watch this game. We heard the Tennessee Titans talk about it last night. Punting the football was going to be good. Be careful with it. And 3 points. Oh, man, 3 points is big. But that's the style they play. They know when you have an offense like this and you want to run the football and you're careful throwing it, you're not going to score a lot of points. They can do it because they have a stout defense. And it's almost been a perfect first half by the Tennessee Titans.
This will be a field goal try just outside of, well, actually right around 45 yards. This is the 3rd drive of this half by Tennessee that lasted at least 10 plays. 1 resulted in a field goal. Once they fumbled, turned it over inside the 10. Now looking for another field goal to close the half. 44 yards officially, and Baronis dead center. So for the 8th time this year, they close out the half. 5 of those 8 with no time left. Baronis tacks on 3 to the score. San Diego shut out in the first half for the 4th time this year, and the 2nd time by Tennessee. A 6-0 lead at the intermission for the Titans, and we'll be back with the Sprint halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. And you're watching the NFL on CBS. Well, Tennessee, the 6th seed in the AFC playoffs, with a 6-0 lead over San Diego as the 3rd quarter approaches here at Qualcomm Stadium. Vince Young shaken up early, but he didn't miss any snaps. They've contained Tomlinson. Rivers was picked. And the 3rd quarter is coming up after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Two Rob Baronis field goals, 1 from 30, 1 from 44 yards, 6-0. Just minutes away here from the start of the 2nd half. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simpson. First off, you don't need to adjust your color at home. That is a fire engine red shirt my man brought out here today.
Let's talk football.
You're ready for the playoffs, obviously, with that. What about your thoughts on that first half?
Well, the first half, I think Bill Cowher said it at halftime perfectly. The Tennessee Titans are winning the game in the trenches on both sides of the football, and for San Diego to have a better opportunity, Dan Marino said it right. Phillip Rivers needs a little more time to make those throws down the field.
And again, this game is brought to you in high definition television here on CBS. And we talked about how Baronis has delivered all these kicks before the end of first halves this season, doing it once again today. Keep in mind, though, that the Chargers, the last 7 games, have scored on their first series of the 2nd half. That'd be 5 touchdowns and a pair of field goals over the course of those 7. Sproles inching up near the 5 for the kick. Have to move over to the right side to field it at the 2. And wrestled down at the 29. There is a flag down.
During the return, illegal block in the back by the receiving team, number 59. Half the distance to the goal. San Diego's ball, first down.
So the first half stats, 6 rushing yards for San Diego. For Tomlinson, the 6 total yards, in fact, belonging to LT. He's had 114 games in his career, regular season and postseason. That's the second fewest first half rushing yards of his career. And Antonio Gates is not out there to begin the second half. Injured late in the second quarter, and again, no more information coming out of the locker room after suffering a toe injury. And Tomlinson and Goff got a little second burst as Tomlinson picks up 4.
Jim, you said the numbers on LaDainian Tomlinson. Don't give up. Of course they won't. They've seen this happen before, and that was another play, another running play, very close for going for many more yards. So sooner or later, he's going to break one of these runs.
Second down and 6. Not this time. It is all clogged at the line. No gain.
You're right, not this time. And the Chargers trying to change the tempo of the game, getting to the line of scrimmage quicker. Phillip Rivers going on a quick count. Well, the Tennessee Titans defensive line, they don't care. Stop the run again.
Chambers left, Jackson to the right. 3 in the backfield. Rivers steps up in the pocket, has Chambers. Has the connection for the first at the 34. Calvin Lowry on the coverage, but it goes for 19.
That was a nice job by Phillip Rivers, but a really good job by the offensive line of giving him protection and letting him step up. Everybody, look at that nice view in front. He's able to step up into the throw and be accurate with it. And the opportunities, they've had some opportunities, as we said, to throw it down the field, but you need a little more time as a quarterback. That time he got it.
And Antoine Odom is shaken up. Much overlooked defensive end for the Titans. Hainsworth and Vanden Bosch obviously get attention. They merit it. But on that other side, Tony Brown and Antoine Odom had outstanding seasons as well.
They have. This Tennessee Titans defensive line, it is 6 deep. And I think if you haven't watched them play much this year, 2 things should jump out at you when you watch them on TV. How big they are. They're fast, they're physical, and they do it with their offense and defensive line. That gives all the other guys a chance. Jeff Fisher said it to us last night. He's proud of the offensive line, the way it's come around, and that's how they've built this football team.
Randy Starks has replaced him. At first down for the Chargers. Another first down carry, Tomlinson. Vanden Bosch the first to hit him. Bullock the second. It gains 1.
Kyle Vanden Bosch, besides talent, outside number 93, gets blocked, spins out of it, and still gets involved in the tackle. Fast, explosive, tremendous player, and the effort is what puts it over the top. Never gives up.
Well, Pinnock had a block on him, and he was just able to roll off of that and make the hit, hold him to a yard. Second down and 9. And they come to Rivers. They get to him from the backside, and it was Randy Starks who had just replaced Antoine Odom.
Well, we talked about it, how deep they are. You're Phillip Rivers. Token fake as he looks down the field, throws in rhythm, and 2 defenders trying to hit him.
Tomlinson with 10 carries, 11 yards, and no catches. Now, usually it's such a part of the passing game. Tomlinson having to hang back and try to lend a little extra support for the quarterback.
Of course, that's exciting for a defense. One less guy to worry about, and especially when it's LaDainian Tomlinson.
Who's their third down target with Gates out? They found Chambers a minute ago. Another third down situation, and open is Jackson. Bounces off the hit and falls at the 29, his second big grab of the game.
That time, LaDainian Tomlinson stayed in, and he helped block Kyle Vanden Bosch and allowed Phillip Rivers to be able to pump down the field. He pumped to the inside, and then that little move by Phillip Rivers allows the extra time for Vincent Jackson to get down the sideline.
He picks up 34 yards, and we've got another player shaken up. It's Michael Griffin who collided with Jackson after the catch. We'll be right back.
Hockey Fights Cancer has raised more than $9 million for cancer care, research, and awareness. Don't give up. Join our hockey family in the fight against cancer. Log on to NHL.com and join the fight. Don't give up.
In the soggiest Super Bowl ever, the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears faced off on a wet and wild Sunday in Miami, Florida. The Bears got on the fast track first when rookie Devin Hester returned the opening kickoff 92 yards for a touchdown. The Colts kept pace after quarterback Peyton Manning spotted a wide-open Reggie Wayne for a 47-yard score. The Bears responded and took a 14-6 lead on a short touchdown pass to Muhsin Muhammad. But from that point on, it was all Indianapolis. Colts running backs combined for almost 200 yards rushing, and the defense forced 5 turnovers. In the fourth quarter, when Kelvin Hayden returned an interception 56 yards for a touchdown, it was over. The Colts became Super Bowl champions by a score of 29-17.
Michael Griffin shaken up. Here's why.
Gets hit on the side of the helmet.
34-yard pass play sets up the Chargers at the 30, and again they shut down LaDainian. It's Cortland Finnegan reading that one.
Jim, let's go back and look at the long play. Phillip Rivers pumps Michael Griffin on the sideline or in the middle, and look how it allows Vincent Jackson to get open. Griffin turns to the inside. That's just enough room, and Phillip Rivers makes his best throw of the day to Vincent Jackson.
Rivers with 2 big throws on 3rd down on this series. There are flags down as he finds his target, Chris Chambers, near the 10. Will it go for 19? Will it hold up?
Offside, defense number 93. The penalty is declined. Play results in a first down.
So they're set up at the 11.
It really is amazing. Again, just watch Chris Chambers as he's come down the field. Just makes a nice move to the inside. He's so smooth and quick. Has a lot in common with Antonio Gates. Gets wide open, and protection allows Phillip Rivers to make another nice throw.
72 yards passing on this drive to open up the 3rd quarter. And he's going up top again. He's got an open man. And that's Chris Chambers in his first postseason game. First time he's played in one. He was hurt when he was with the Dolphins and they'd made the postseason. Didn't play. 7 yards closer to the end zone as the Chargers do what they have been doing the last 7 games. Come right out of the locker room to start the second half with an impressive drive.
Chris Chambers, Norv Turner, offensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins for 2 years, heading. He says when he came here years later, he's matured. He's so much better, and he's helped this offense.
Tomlinson, though, is stacked up for no gain. Tulloch, the first to take him on. So 3rd and 3 coming up.
What was my original thought, or Tennessee's original thought about defense today? They were going to attack the running game. and they're not sending extra people to do it. They're doing it with their, of course, their down line, but the linebackers, those are the guys. You said their names so many times. They are coming fast forward, downhill, and making the stops.
A timeout called by Phillip Rivers. And again, set up at the 5, but third down coming up out of the break.
NASN brings you unrivaled coverage of the best sports North America has to offer. Get the best seats in the house for the biggest games in the best leagues 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch the NFL from preseason all the way to the playoffs with over 60 regular season games, the postseason, and live coverage of Super Bowl 42 from Phoenix. Get live coverage of every game of the World Series and don't miss an inning of the MLB regular season with up to 260 regular season games and the All-Star Game live. Experience the most comprehensive coverage of the NHL anywhere in Europe with over 200 live regular season games, the 2008 NHL All-Star Game, and the Stanley Cup Finals live. NASN takes you to pit lane in the high-octane world of NASCAR with live Busch Series racing and keeps you up to date with the Nextel Cup and Truck Series with daily episodes of NASCAR Now. Get courtside with the best conferences in NCAA college basketball with a packed schedule of games between the top teams and unrivaled coverage of March Madness. See the power and skill of the finest players in college football with full season and bowl series coverage, including all the BCS games, live. And with all your favorite news, highlights, and analysis shows, including PTI and Around the Horn, you won't miss a minute from any of your favorite sports all season long. Log on to NASN.com now and join the world of NASN, your leader in North American sports.
San Diego began this drive back at the 12. Now they face 3rd and 3 out of their timeout. Rivers zips it and he's come up short. Vincent Jackson tumbles after the hit by Vincent Fuller.
Good job on defense by the Titans. 3 receivers right together. They're trying to create confusion, but it doesn't get the defense.
Listen to this reaction as they bring out the field goal unit. They would have faced 4th and a long yard, a yard from the 2-yard line. And they're going to go with the field goal try. Be a 20-yard.
Yeah, you know, I agree with this, Jim. You go ahead, you get points on the board. You got some confidence.
And Kading drills it. So on the board at last, 6-3 Tennessee, 3rd quarter.
Tradition, pride, teamwork, spirit.
He's something. 25-20, and he scores! Tigers win! Holy cow!
Heartbreak, glory. NCAA college football on NASN.
Druids Glen Golf Resort, voted European Golf Resort of the Year 2005. A golfer's paradise in the Garden of Ireland. 2 championship golf courses of contrasting design. The luxurious Marriott Druids Glen Hotel and Country Club, featuring 148 specially appointed guest rooms and a magnificent spa and health centre. Visit our driving range, pro shops, golf academy, and get your golfing tips or tuition from our resident PGA teaching professional.
ESPN 360, a new and totally interactive online sporting experience from ESPN. You can now watch the best live sports action online, anywhere,